Hey guys, welcome back to the NBTXliving channel. My name is Chase Bradley.
I'm Veronica Bradley.
And today we're going to talk about a time-honored tradition here in the New Braunfels area, Wurstfest. So Wurstfest is an awesome time. We've been living in New Braunfels for over 4.5 years. We've gone pretty much every year. So we even have a brick in the Central Plaza area.
Wurstfest also gives you an opportunity to dress up in the German culture. So I love to dress up in a dirndl. I love to dress the kids up. If they allow me to, you can wear your hats, collect the pins, your opportunity to do the chicken dance in the dance hall. It's just so much fun. It's for adults, it's for kids. Of course, in the nighttime, it gets a little bit busier with adults. So there are options to go during the day, at night. There's even free days where you don't have to pay for admission to get in.
All right, but with all good things, there are some negative things. So that's what we're gonna talk about here today. We're gonna talk about the pros and cons. Is it really worth going to Wurstfest here in New Braunfels? All right, now some of the pros about attending Wurstfest. Realistically, it is one of the biggest German heritage, German culture festivals, I would say in all of Texas. It is a really awesome time in that it's a very immersive German experience. We're talking all the way from the dancing to the clothes to the food to the music, everything. If you're into German culture and you really want to experience it, but you don't have money to book a plane ticket to Germany, experience Oktoberfest or anything like that, Wurstfest is a decent analog. It may not be the best analog, but it's definitely a decent analog where you still get to enjoy a lot of the same things.
And of course, the food's amazing. You have your pretzels, your sausages, of course, your beer. You know, they say Wurstfest is a 10-day salute to sausage. It's really a 10-day salute to beer, in my opinion. And there's a wide variety of different beers. They even have, you know, some wine, some seltzers, so it's not just all domestic or imported beer. But yeah, it's a mixture of everything. I also love that it's a family-friendly environment. There's a carnival for kids. You know, kids are welcome, kids dress up. You see moms out there pushing strollers with their beer in hand sometimes, not all the time, not all moms drink out there, but it's a kid-friendly area, space. Now I said it gets pretty crowded, so just, you know, pay attention to the times that you do go, but for the most part, I would most definitely say it's a family event.
Okay, so now let's talk about some of the cons about Wurstfest. There aren't too many, and probably some of these are ones that you're already gonna realize anyway. Being one of the most popular festivals in the Central Texas area, you can only imagine that there's gonna be a ton of people there. And with a ton of people, there comes a ton of traffic and lines and all kinds of congestion. You know, if you're a person that does not like large groups of people being like shoulder to shoulder, you know, having people spill beers on you, drinks on you, you may want to go during an earlier time if you still want to experience Wurstfest. Because if you start going after sunset, it gets very packed at Wurstfest. There's a ton of people there. And I could see where that could be uncomfortable for some people.
So another con that you will see and hear about all the time is the cost to get into Wurstfest. And everyone talks about how expensive beer is there, the alcohol, the drink tickets, right? So I think last year, the domestic pitchers itself, it was just domestic beer, was like 30 bucks a pitcher. And that's crazy expensive, right? When you can just go down to the store and get like so much more. But again, you're paying for the experience. Beer is expensive there, to the point where some people say they end up, like, they put themselves on a budget and then they're like, okay, we're done. But sometimes I feel like people get carried away and they end up spending more than they wanted, and then they have like buyer's remorse of buying the beer the next day. Another con to consider, if this matters to you, is finding somewhere to sit is very limited. So especially if you want to sit down and eat, right? I think the majority of the time we've always stood up to eat, or we would go to the lower level and like eat on the cement steps because there was just no tables to sit at. The tables go fast, and people, I don't think you're supposed to reserve tables, but people still do. And even when someone is out there playing and it's like a popular you know, music artist or, you know, performance, it gets packed. And so If seating's important to you, get there early to claim your seats, but just don't claim all of them because there's other people who want to sit down too.
So if you made it this far in the video, congratulations. We talked about the pros, we talked about the cons, but as people that have been to Wurstfest multiple times, we live in this area. Even before we moved to this area, we attended Wurstfest a few times. Here are some tips that can help you have a successful Wurstfest trip. So number one, the best tip that we'd say, definitely arrive early. Arrive early, get in the gates. Once you're in, right? You don't have to wait in line to get in. You may have to wait in line to get food or something like that, but at least if you're in, you're in.
And you'll have to wait in line to get beer. That's the longest line. It's crazy.
Another thing to consider is parking. So Wurstfest is in kind of like the downtown area next to Landa Park. It's this whole kind of section set apart just to do Wurstfest. Maybe a couple other things, but primarily it's Wurstfest. But there is a very limited amount of parking there. So in addition to maybe getting there early, if you can carpool with somebody, if you can set up some type of shuttle, or just, maybe if you're close enough, you can walk.
Or Uber,
some type of shuttle rideshare kind of situation can definitely save you on some parking headaches.
So final verdict. Do you think it's worth it going to Wurstfest? Absolutely.
Yep, definitely. It's something that I would at least try once in your life. If you're in the area, if you're planning on traveling through the area, you happen to be here, typically during the first week in November, I highly recommend checking out Wurstfest. All in all, it is a pretty good experience. I think about those pretzel covered sausages pretty much year round. It's a shame it only happens once a year here, but definitely worth checking out. All right, guys, so that's gonna wrap up our video. What is your best or worst Wurstfest experience? Leave it down in the comments below. Let us know how it was for you. If we don't see our guys in the comments below or at Wurstfest,
I'll be there.
We will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.
Bye.
Bye.